Breaking news this morning, a terror scare overseas. Belgian police briefly suspended all metro services running underneath the heart of central Brussels this morning. Belgian authorities took a man into custody early this morning following a pre-dawn security alert at a major shopping center in downtown Brussels. Prosecutors there confirmed that a man had been taken into custody, but that no explosives were found.
Hey, very good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for waking up with the Valley today. Kyle Bosch here with Lisa Bedeau. We're just getting started with non-stop news and weather all the way up to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. And we're following a developing story for you this morning with some new information about a 10-year-old Lake Park, Minnesota girl who was killed in a hit-and-run crash earlier this month. 2 people are now facing charges in connection with her death.
44-year-old Stephen Meyer and 45-year-old Deborah Chandler, both of Hastings, Minnesota, are in the Aiken County Jail awaiting charges. Police say a tip from the public led to the arrests. Kaylin Donovan was hit and killed June 10th while walking on Highway 18 near Mille Lacs Lake in Aiken County.
Now, investigators say they are still looking for information on this case and a second deadly hit-and-run crash that happened on Highway 47 in Aiken County the same day. If you have any information on either case, you're asked to call the Minnesota State Patrol.
Police are giving people a heads up about a high-risk sex offender who is living near a Fargo park. They say 55-year-old Eugene Hinson was convicted for luring a minor by computer in 2011. The victim was a 16-year-old female.
Police say that Hinson is homeless and is living near the Lindenwood Park campground in South Fargo. If you take a look at the map on your screen, it shows the area where he's been staying. It's a wooded area just south of I-94 near Lindenwood Park and near the northeast corner of Riverside Cemetery. In another developing story we're following for you this morning, fire crews out west are trying to get the upper hand on more than a dozen wildfires being fueled by extreme heat.
At least 2 of them burning north of Los Angeles have already scorched thousands of acres in the San Gabriel Mountains and prompted evacuations. The excessive heat is expected to continue in parts of California, Arizona, and New Mexico today.
Coming up on 6:51 now, time to get a look at weather on the ones with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Our cooler weather, relatively speaking, continues here in the valley. We're looking at lots of sunshine today and temperatures generally in the 70s for many parts of the region. We're looking at beautiful blue sky and that morning sunshine lighting up those green leaves on those trees here to start off our Tuesday. Looking like a beautiful morning. Temperatures are cooler in the 40s and 50s, and we'll climb back into that 80-degree range in the southern valley, up north more into the 70s, and eventually seeing those clouds developing into the afternoon hours and into the evening. With that, beyond that 10 o'clock hour that you're seeing here on our hourly planner, we do have a chance for some storms to move through the valley late tonight and into early tomorrow morning. Wind also should be on the light side too. 54 degrees in Fargo, it's 53 in Grand Forks, 48 in Langdon, and in Detroit Lakes 59, 54 in Fergus Falls to start off your morning. Clear skies, there are a few clouds passing by, but otherwise we're looking pretty good. And I just want to point out those storms we talked about for overnight tonight and into the early part of the day this morning. There is a severe risk with those, mainly in the western viewing area. We're looking toward the James River Valley and then west from there into central and western parts of North Dakota. So if you're traveling in that direction today, be aware of your storm chances as well. They'll be hitting that area first. So this evening, the western part of North Dakota seeing those storms. And then as they move eastward, at least right now, it looks like they'll start to lose a little bit of their intensity, even though we may still end up with some strong storms overnight as well. Something to keep an eye on. Make sure you tune in later this evening for the forecast update. Here's a look at our planner for the next couple of days. 81 degrees your high today in Fargo. Late night storms carrying over into the day on Wednesday as well. And Wednesday often on chances for some rain possible. So we're going to be a little cooler into the mid-70s for your highs and a little cloudier. And then Thursday, more sunshine returns, and Friday expect to see chances for some storms, but that may carry over into Saturday. So maybe perhaps another stormy weekend coming up, and temperatures in that comfortable range for this time of year.
Very nice. Thank you, Lisa.
An overgrown sidewalk in West Fargo is able to be used again this morning after neighbors got the attention of our Valley News Live whistleblower team. It was so bad. Check out this video. You could hardly see the concrete, and people in the area complained nothing was being done to fix the issue.
Neighbors in the area of 49th Terrace West and Mulberry Lane say they actually avoided the stretch of sidewalk because of bees and mosquitoes. Our calls to the property owner were finally returned late yesterday afternoon, and when our cameras went back, the lot was being mowed. Even though summer is really just getting started, some people in West Fargo are already thinking about hockey season, now that a plan to double the number of sheets of ice is moving forward. The school board last night unanimously approved a new $14.6 million hockey arena that will accommodate both West Fargo and Cheyenne varsity and junior varsity hockey teams.
Money for that facility was approved by voters last fall as part of the $98.1 million bond referendum. Now, the facility will be about $2 million over the original budget, but board members agree that it is necessary for their growing community. The new design will feature more locker room space and a bigger seating area. Officials hope to start construction by the end of this summer. Well, there is now a plan in the works to turn a Grand Forks skate park into an apartment building for the homeless. The Grand Forks City Council yesterday approved an $8 million project with certain conditions.
The Housing Authority wants the city to give them land next to the police station, which is currently a skate park, to build a 42-unit building. The Housing First project would be funded by federal loans and grants. The city wants to make sure neighbors get their say and will also be looking for a new spot for the skate park. 6 minutes before 7, in a developing story out of the Twin Cities this morning, nearly 5,000 Allina nurses in the metro area are back on the picket lines today. The dispute is over Allina Health's effort to switch union nurses to a new health insurance plan.
The strike is scheduled to end on Saturday, and the nurses hope that their week off the job will send a message about fair bargaining. Allina says that it doesn't want to talk again until the nurses are ready to negotiate. In our election 2016 coverage this morning, a bombshell from the Donald Trump campaign as he looks to refocus ahead of a general election.
Yesterday, the presumptive Republican nominee fired longtime campaign manager Corey Lewandowski at the urging of his family and other top Republicans. Lewandowski's reported combative relations with Republican leaders, Trump aides, and Trump's children led to frequent calls for him to be let go. Lewandowski says he has an aggressive style and has no regrets. The latest Monmouth University poll has Trump trailing behind the former Secretary of State in a head-to-head contest for president. Former U.S. House Speaker Dennis Hastert will serve his 15-month sentence at a federal medical prison in Minnesota.
Citing sources close to the case, the Chicago Tribune reports Hastert will be placed in the Rochester Federal Medical Center. Hastert, who is 74, pled guilty in October to making illegal bank withdrawals. He admitted in his plea deal he was making those withdrawals to take out hush money for a victim of his alleged sexual misconduct.
From square-foot gardens to raised beds, we are digging in to keep everything growing at its best.
The Valley Today's Christy Larson has been joining us live all morning from just outside our studios with her own little garden that she's been working on this summer. Hi, Christy.
Good morning, guys. That's right. You know, we showed you some different things, like maybe if your pepper plant already has a couple of the flowers on there, pick them off so that the plant can continue to grow, make bigger fruits and vegetables for you. But Todd, another thing that we want to talk about is that we want to make sure that our gardens really thrive this summer. How do we do that?
Well, sometimes you'll notice weeds are getting in this, even though you've done everything you could to keep them out. You find your little weed, you can take it, pull it out, and just throw it on the lawn and grind it up with the lawnmower. Or you can put it in a bag and dump it out. But you can throw your weeds out, real simple. It's a nice garden because it's manageable. It's not that much of an area for you to take care of. And if, say, you're extremely busy, you could do one little zone a week. So this week you're doing this one, or one a day even. Do one a day and just kind of go through it. And after 9 days, you would have it all nice and clean. If you're that busy. But really there are no rows in this. This is a square foot method, so a lot less work with it.
Right. So you can really see where there might be something growing up that's not supposed to be there. There's another weed that I'm going to have you pick. And then last but most important is make sure that you don't neglect the watering part of it.
Right. And like we said earlier, on hot days, water twice a day. Otherwise, water it once every day, especially if it's hot, do twice a day, and it'll be a good thing. And then water, so water comes out the bottom. The reason being is that there's a little bit of salt in the water, and by watering it, so it comes out the bottom, it pulls it right with it.
I'm going to make you get to work this morning. You get watering on another side. We do have some of those tips. We're putting them up on valleynewslive.com for you guys to help your own gardens thrive, too.
Sounds great. Christy Larson and her green thumb working hard this morning outside the Valley News Live studios. Thanks, Christy. Well, check this out. You won't believe what an Australian artist is doing with spray paint. Graham Hody is creating a huge tribute to Prince on the side of the Chanhassen Cinema in the Twin Cities. It's a spot that Prince often went to watch movies.
His biggest challenge was getting the eyes right, he says. He made the trip after Minnesotans saw photos of his other Prince murals in Sydney on social media and started pleading for him to come here. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Today's question: if money were no object, where would 15% of us go on vacation?
The answer: space. I think I would be in that 15%.
Yeah, I'd check it
I
out.
wanted to go to space, so I'd go up there for a little week vacation or something like that, hang out on the International Space Station. Remember, you can take part in our question of the morning on our Valley News Live Facebook page, where we, of course, invite you to join the conversation all day long.
Can't pass that up
No.
at all. Hey, we could vacation right here today. It's
Yeah, I
pretty
don't
nice
want to
out.
go anywhere. It's finally nice weather.
Yeah, we've got lots of sunshine out there this morning, and that'll continue through the afternoon. Temperatures into the 80s today, but just want to remind you that severe thunderstorm risk for late tonight. All day long, it should be pretty good. It's while we're sleeping where we have that chance for some strong to maybe even some severe storms, especially out west tonight. So don't forget about that. Maybe a few storms hanging around into the daytime hours tomorrow, and that'll keep our temperatures down a little bit for tomorrow as well. But today looks great. 81 degrees your high, and we have more 80s coming up in the forecast as well. More storms too, of course, looking like they might hit on the weekend once again.
I don't like the timing of that, but we'll see how it goes. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. We'll have more local news and weather for you right here in just 25 minutes.
Have a great Tuesday, everybody. We will see you tomorrow morning.